Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen and ladies, this is your host with the most. I'm gonna boast. We'll split some toast. Later that night, we'll have a roast. We'll go sit on the coast and maybe just joust with some, I don't fucking know. What's up, guys? This is your host, Mr. Pittsburgh Steelers. And today, this is Tuesday. So we are going to be doing some Talkative Tuesday. Hope you guys like that. So what Talkative Tuesday is, I really just discuss about what's going on with the entertainment world. So we discuss TV shows, movies. We do these things called Talkative Tuesdays with you guys, where yes, I'm gonna message you if I feel like you're a good subscriber, and then I'm gonna have you ask me 3 questions, and then I'm gonna ask you 3 questions, and hopefully I can get some gameplay with you. This week it is Tenacious Mage at Tenacious Mage. The only problem is I didn't get enough time to play with her this weekend, and I don't have her on my friends list. So, and she also was shy, and she did not want to answer any questions on mic, which is totally fine. So she sent me some questions, which is what we're gonna start off with today. So the very first question: if you had to pick one console to play for the rest of your life, what would it be? It would definitely be the Nintendo GameCube, just because that game is just so interactive and it just pleases the gamer, or at least it pleased me, and I can have over 1 million hours on that console, including Super Smash Bros, Melee. That's my favorite game of all time. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, and just all this really good stuff, all these really great classical games that if you haven't played, go back and, I don't know, try to find a GameCube. I have one. I'm missing some cords for it, which are around my house somewhere, and just play it. It is a great game. It's just the best console that you will ever play. If you ever have any friends over, don't pull out an Xbox, don't pull out a PlayStation, pull out a GameCube or a Wii, and then play GameCube games, because that's just gonna make that entertainment with your friends just that much better than anything you could be playing right now. So, the second question: what was the first console you ever played, and what game did you play it on? Or play on it, sorry. So the very first console I believe I ever played was on GameCube. Actually, no. It was on, the very first game I ever played was on PlayStation 2, and I played SOCOM. It was my uncle's game. I really didn't know what I was doing. All I knew is I got 4 kills on his buddies, and his buddies were like, "Whoa, what the fuck? This little kid, he's owning us." So my uncle's like, "Yeah, he's only like 6, or 5." So that's what happened there. But I think my first actual console I played on that I actually liked was the GameCube, and I remember going over to my cousin's house and playing Super Smash Brothers with my 2 cousins and me and my brother, and it was just great. It was so much fun. That inspired me to get into gaming. So PlayStation 2, SOCOM was my first game, but what inspired me into gaming was the GameCube with Super Smash Bros. Melee. And here we go for the last question: what's your favorite film or TV series? And here's a bonus question: where do you see gaming to be in 10 years? So I'm gonna answer the first part of that question. My favorite TV series at this time is The Walking Dead, and hopefully some of you guys from over there are actually watching this video, or some of the people I've been talking to on Twitter about The Walking Dead. Hopefully you guys are watching this video, hitting that like button and giving me some support. But I love The Walking Dead. That is one of my favorite TV shows. It's on the AMC network, and it's about this character named Rick Grimes. It's based off of a comic book series which I have not read, but it's about this character named Rick Grimes, and I believe he's the main character, and he's just in the zombie apocalypse trying to survive, and he is like the leader of this group of people, and he is trying to survive and just keep people alive, keep his family and his friends alive. And it's very interesting. The directing from season 1 to season 4, which I believe is what we're on now, is just amazing. I was on the edge of my seat. It premieres every Sunday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the AMC network. And my favorite, I'm gonna just answer my favorite film as well. It's probably Back to the Future Part 2 with Michael J. Fox. It's just a great movie. It's an 80s film. I personally believe 80s had the best movies other than the cartoons. Even some cartoons, though, back in the 80s beat cartoons now. So, cartoon movies or 80s movies are just in general better acting, better filming, better directing. It's better overall, other than the special effects. Special effects in, say, the Avengers is a lot better than special effects in, I don't even fucking know, Rambo? I don't know, guys. But yeah, that's that's really the commentary for Talkative Tuesday. Oh, I forgot the second part of the question. Where do I see gaming in 10 years' time? I honestly don't really know. I feel like it's the next step for gaming is kind of like a Matrix kind of gaming, where you kind of go into the actual game yourself. But I really don't feel like I would like that because of the fact that it's just too connected, I guess. But the way I want gaming to go, I want it to turn around. And for those of you that don't know, I've been here for a while. I've been doing commentaries, and I always say, like, these companies are not making video games to impress people anymore. Whereas in the early 2000s and even before that, or no, early 2000s, Nintendo and Sony and Microsoft, really, and all these big game companies that kind of went out of business with. If you guys don't know, Dolby, D-O-L-B-Y, look them up. They make almost every single video game, and they make a lot of your equipment. They make Turtle Beach. They make everything, guys. So companies like Dolby, Dolby drove them out of business, and they don't really make games to. Well, alright, so back in the 80s and the 90s, if you played a video game, you were considered a nerd. You were considered a loser if you spent your time playing video games. That's just how society was back then. Now, almost everybody plays video games, and we got to that stage because of Nintendo and Sony back in early 2000s. And these small gaming companies, they had to make a name for themselves. They had to come up with a way to get rid of that loser nerd name, and that's it. And they made these amazing game titles like Midnight Club. That was such a fun game, and Need for Speed, and all these games, Super Smash Bros, Lord of the Rings. All of these games were just amazing and fun to play, along with Call of Duty and Medal of Honor. But it got to the point where now it's a gold mine, and these companies are literally just stuffing their pockets with money just to do that. They're not in it to please the gamers anymore. They're not in it to help anybody anymore. Look at fucking Microsoft. Look at that. They came up with a TiVo. That's what it is. It's a fucking TiVo that you're spending $550 on, and it's pointless. It's not helping the gamer in any way. But that's where I see gaming going in 10 years. It's either gonna get better, turn around, and they're gonna have to improve because people aren't buying their products, or it's just gonna keep going downhill and crash and burn. But I hope you guys like the commentary. Sorry I got a little heated there at that moment, but it's just what happens. I hope you guys hit the like button if you haven't already. If you happen to hit the dislike button, put down in the comments why, because I need to improve. There's always room for improvement, so please help me out in improving. And if you haven't already, look at the Batman Let's Play I've been doing. It's a lot of fun, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. Alright, I am out.